I'm an election judge here in DuPage County. I'm responsible for setting up the election, hosting the election, ensuring that all of our election procedures are adhered to.
I work with the elections as a poll manager, and my responsibilities are making sure that people who come in to vote are able to vote.
I've been the checker, who is the individual who crosses your name off the list, the ballot clerk who hands out the ballots, the tabulator tender, the person who stands in the back and makes sure your ballot stays in the ballot machine, and then finally the assistant registrar.
My county has 400,000 people, and they need 1,500 people to work the elections each year. So it was really my opportunity to get involved and do my civic duty and volunteer to be one of the poll workers here in my county.
I volunteered to be an elected judge in 2022. It was very important for me to get involved and work towards improving the way our country's been polarized over the last few years.
It was actually one evening watching the news, and they were running a piece about how COVID in 2020 was driving people away from participating in the elections. As a poll worker or election official, I immediately went to my computer and I sent an email saying, "Do you need any help?"
It's nice to have representation from everywhere just to make sure that people have access to vote and it's a fair election.
I think that's the part of working the polls that's really valuable, is that you're helping your neighbors and you're helping the democracy process by being able to get everybody in to vote that's eligible. Without poll workers, you are going to have the things that you see on the news about long lines or people waiting after the polls have closed to vote in those long lines.
I would say my two biggest priorities as an election official are integrity and supporting the electors to vote. And I am a big advocate for sharing with anybody and everybody all the steps that we go through to maintain the integrity of the voting process. One aspect of being an election official that surprised me pleasantly, we don't talk about politics. When we're working the election, everybody is dedicated to the integrity of the election and allowing the electors to move through the process so they can vote.
I love that Travelers created Citizen Travelers to help us be more civically minded and civically engaged. If you think about our values of taking care of our customers, our communities, and each other, it directly aligns with my own personal values. So if I was talking to somebody who wanted to think about volunteering for the election, I would tell them, just do it. Volunteering has helped to set me up for success at Travelers because it's a front row seat to meeting people where they are.